Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we are from group 5 and today we're gonna explain about inflection. But before that, I'm gonna introduce my member group. It's me, Nur Amalia, the first speaker, Inayat Salsabila is the second speaker, Nur Aisyah is the third speaker, Rina Nurdani Salam is the first speaker, Rizky Amelia is the fifth speaker, and Dasir Al-Makfirah is the sixth speaker, and the last is Andi Basamakasal is the seventh speaker. And so, inflectional morphology is the study of a process including affection and follow change that distinguish word forms in certain grammatical categories. Inflectional morphology differs from derivational morphology or word formation in that inflection deals with change made to existing word and derivation deals with the creation of new word. Both inflection and derivation involve attaching affix to word, but inflection changes a word from being the same word, and derivation changes a word's categories, creating a new word. Though the inflectional system of modern English is limited, and distinction between inflection and derivation are not always clear, studying this process is helpful in understanding the language more deeply.
1. Exponents. Simple exponents is the relationship between form and meaning when one morpheme forms a morphosyntactic feature. Morphosyntactic is a study of change in function, roles, and categories in sentences that result in changes in morphemes. The differences in morphemes or words used are the result in syntactical processes. Cumulative exponents, it refers to more than one morphosyntactic feature to a single form, seen in the characteristic of verbal inflection like sound, person, number, time, and mood. Extended exponents is one morphological feature manifest simultaneously in more than one form. Context-free is one-way morphological feature, and certain phonological strings can be seen in the present participle or progressive ing, which is realized as
Okay, the next is phonological realization of the feature past. Phonological realization of the feature past is the past feature used in inflection. The first feature is a blowout or partial suppletion. For example, run, sat, won, drank. The second is suppletion or total suppletion. For example, was, went. The third is full or zero suppletion. For example, eat, food. The fourth is the addition of the example sent, lent. And the fifth, addition of the, for example, stronger, the, wanted, needed. Okay, the next material will be explanation by my friend.
Okay, the next material is realization of morphosynthetic features. The first is inherent inflection. Inherent inflection occurs naturally in the root of stem of a word and indicates grammatical information such as tense, number, person, and so on. And then assigned inflection. Assigned inflection does not occur naturally in the root or stem of a word but is added to indicate grammatical information such as tense, number, person, and so on. Government is more or less what it sounds like. One word dictates the form of another, e.g. verbs and nouns or prepositions and nouns relationship. And the last is consort. In linguistics, consort is a term that refers to the agreement between different parts of a sentence, such as the agreement between the subject and the verb in terms of person, number, and gender. Consort can be considered a type of inflectional morphology because it involves change in the form of word to indicate grammatical agreement. For example, in the sentence "she walks to the store," the subject "she" is singular and third person, and the verb "walks" is inflected to match this agreement in person and number.
So, inflection categories. Number one, nominal category, a number, the way in which difference between singular and plural are shown. A grammatical destination which determines whether nouns, verbs, adjectives, and others in a language in singular and plural. In English, it can be seen particularly in nouns and demonstrative. Count nouns, demonstrative, singular, book, pillow, and plural, books, and pillow. Dual number it changes the meaning of the plural for more and one to more and two, but causes the plural quantifier to mean more and two, there, three, or vocal number. B. Gender. The grammatical difference between masculine and feminine words such as he and she. And C. Case. A grammatical category that shows the function of a noun or noun phrase in a sentence. The form of a noun or noun phrase changes to show the different function or cases. Number one, nominative. The form of a noun or noun phrase which usually shows the day noun or noun phrase can function as the subject of a sentence. Number two, accusative. The form of a noun or noun phrase which usually shows the day noun or noun phrase functions as the direct object of the verb in a sentence. 3. Adverbial. A verb which can be used either transitively to focus on the person who performs an action or intransitively to focus on the thing affected by the action. 4. Genitive. The possessive form of a noun. 5. The div. The noun or noun phrase which refers to the person or animal affected by the state or action of the verb is in the dative case. 6. Locative. The noun or noun phrase which refers to the location of the action of the verb is in the locative case. D. Person. The person is preceded by prefixes and suffixes. The person inflection may be for actor only or for both actor and goal. This inflection occurs in the three order: inflection, independent, and conjunct.
A. Tense. Tense is category of morphosynthetic properties distinguishing finite verbs. Temporal reference. In Latin, for instance, verb inflect for three tenses: past, present, and futures. The relationship between form of the verb and the time of the actioner stated describes. A tense is a form of the verb that allows you to express time. The tense of the verb tells us when even or something existed or when a person did something. Past tense. The past tense is used to describe an activity or an event that has happened in the past or a past state of being and needs to include a time marker for when the event or action took place. For example, we met yesterday. or he bought a new laptop last week. Present tense. The simple present tense or present tense is one of the most basic tense in English. We use present tense to talk about something that is currently going on, something that is habitually performed, or state that generally or currently exists. For example, she lives in Spain. Future tense. The future tense is a verb tense used to describe an event or action that has not yet happened and is expected to happen in the future. The example, he will be here soon. B. Aspect. Aspect is a category of morphosynthetic properties distinguishing the various sense in which an event can be situated at the particular time interval. Grammatical category which deal with how the event described by a verb is viewed, such as whether it is in progress, habitual, repeated, momentary, and so on. It may be indicated prefixy, suffixy, or another change to the verb, or by auxiliary verb in English. English has two aspects, progressive and perfect. It is a term used to describe the state of the verb action as beginning, in process, or complete. In many languages, aspect and tense are closely interwoven with each other. Perfect aspect. It describes an action that starts and completes sometimes before topic time and still has a relevance to it. It is marked by the combination of the auxiliary have and the past participle morpheme occurring on the verb that follows have. For example, students have expressed to me their love for linguistics. Progressive aspect. It describes an ongoing action or an eventually in progress, especially when the continuous or repetitive. It is marked by the combination of the auxiliary be plus the present participle in on the main verb. For example, while we were asleep, I ate the cake.
Mood. Mood is the form of the verb that shows the mode or manner in which a thought is expressed. Basically, verb moods are classification that indicates the attitude of the speaker. Indicative verb mood, imperative verb mood, and subjunctive verb mood. Voice. Voice tells us whether the subject of a sentence is the actor or is acted human. There are two verb voice, active and passive.